Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch Attack on Titan Season 3, Episode 7. Be prepared to see me with that outfit for some episodes of Attack on Titan. Normally today it's gonna be a full day of Attack on Titan episodes for me, so at least 4 episodes, maybe 5 episodes. So yes, be prepared to see me with that outfit for a long time. Really, I chose a comfy outfit for that because I know that I'm gonna spend a lot of time, you know, on my couch, and it's really a cold day. It's my brother Pure, you know, but when he was a teenager, and I don't know why I stole that sweat, you know, from him because he's really comfy, and inside, yep, I don't know if you can see it, it's really warm. So yes, 5 episodes, maybe 4 episodes, no matter what, it's gonna be a lot, and with what happened during the last episode, it's really gonna be a lot. And that's why I don't know if I'm gonna have the time to watch 5 episodes, because for the last episode I made a review of 40 minutes. I edited it a lot, so you only have 30 minutes of review, but that's already a lot, I know it, but I'm not even sorry for that, because the last episode, when I edit it, I saw even more that it was full of informations, like really, one scene was one information, one reveal, one big thing. It's insane, all of the things that we had during the last episode. We had that moment, you know, like the first scene, it's Reiss touching Eren to bring back his memories, just that, you know, like we have the reveal that he can do that, that you can play with memories, that you can erase and bring back memories to people. He is doing that, and during that memory we can see that Dr. Jaeger stole the coordinate power from Frida, Reiss' daughter, and he sacrificed himself to give it to Eren so Eren can become the new coordinate, but it means that he ate his own father. That's already a lot of reveals, and you know, when you think about it, like, okay, that scene is happening, stop, break during the episode, think about that scene. What does it mean? Does it mean that, you know, if he can do that, Reiss' father, all of his kids can do it, or only him and, you know, his oldest kid? Like right there, it was only Frida who was the coordinate, who could be the coordinate. How it happened? Did it happen like really she became a stupid titan and she ate the last coordinate? No, she didn't hate, you know, her father, so how did it happen for that? This memory power, all of the race, they have it, or only also the king, and after that the oldest kid? But is it going, you know, the power of memory and the power of the coordinate, is it going together or is it separate? Like Kenny granddad, he said that the power of the Titans, it's to play with memories, and that some noble families are immune with that. I'm gonna come back to that later. But for him, that power, it was the memory power. He didn't talk about the coordinate power to control all of the other Titans. So is it going together or not? And Reiss, right there, if he has that power with the memories, does it mean that he has also the power with controlling the Titans? That's already a lot of questions. Like, it's almost like you're giving me an answer to something, but in fact you're asking a lot of new questions with that reveal. So just that, I already have all of these questions. What happened with Dr. Jaeger? It means that he planned all of that knowing that the attack would come, maybe, you know, he wanted to take that opportunity to do that to the Reiss family, knowing that they would have that big attack with the Titans, you know, with the Colossal Titans and the Armored One. He did it, he really killed all of the kids, like he didn't want any descendants, or maybe he didn't want someone, you know, to be the next coordinate. He didn't know about Historia. He planned everything. He planned to attack them during that moment. He planned to kill all of them. He planned to transform Eren into a Titan. He planned to make him the new coordinate by sacrificing himself, by dying. He knew that he would die. Okay, all of that. That's already a big question. Like, how did you plan all of that? On your own, you know, all alone? Or did you plan it with someone? For what reason? Like, you didn't want so much that the Reiss family would have this power because maybe, you know, they are part of this organization for sure, but they are also taking advantages of that power doing that and that. Like, there is something right there with your plan, with you sacrificing yourself for that. Eren, he ate his father. We saw him discovering that he ate his father. We saw him discovering that his father died just right there. How could he not remember that? It means that someone erased his memories. Who erased Eren's memories after that? If it was not Reiss, you know, the king, or maybe it was him. Do you understand what I mean? Like, there is something right there, like... I have big holes, you know, into that story. I have new questions to ask. Like, you are revealing to me a lot. The memory power, Dr. Jaeger who planned all of that, how Dr. Jaeger disappeared, Eren who ate his father, all of that story about stealing the coordinate power, and it came to Eren, like we have the answer about how it came to Eren. So a lot of reveals, a lot of answers, but in fact a lot more questions now to ask. And that was that during all of the last episode. And that's only the first scene, you know, that I just described. Only 2 minutes, not even that. And I already used 7 minutes to resume all of my thoughts of that first scene. So that's why I'm not gonna make an intro as long as a review of the last episode. If you really want to have all of the questions that I have now in mind because of the last episode, go watch my review of the last episode. But yes, I have so many questions, like that ceremony that you want to do, it's for Historia to become the new coordinate, so it means that you want her to become a stupid titan and then to eat Eren? Does she know that she's supposed to do that? Right there, Kenny is helping you? How can he help you? Like, right now, why did he join the military police? Because at first he was someone like, he was doing illegal stuff. All of his family was 18, we learned what? Because the Ackermans, they went against the king, the royal family, with that Oriental family. And we know that that Oriental family and one of these Ackerman, it was in fact Mikasa's parents. Levi's mom, it was Kenny's sister, I'm pretty sure of it. And she had him like, means that Kenny, it's Levi's uncle. But again, does everyone know that? Like, Levi, do you know that it's your uncle? Do you know about your last name? Just that, in fact, that you're an Ackerman? Because he said to Mikasa, did you feel that urge of power? Kenny felt it and dealt with it. I felt it. Like, really? Levi, you have also that thing inside of you? And what is it? Is it something related to being a titan or not? What is it more than that? Is it related to the fact that you were the protectors of the royal family? All of these noble families who are immune to the memory power, I think that it's because of the fact that they are part of that organization, you know, of all of that, so that's why they are immune. And how can it work? Is it something into their blood? Is it something printed into them? All of these questions, like, it's insane. And yes, to come back to Kenny, your family was hated, your family was against the king. why did you join the military police after that? There is a reason behind that. And for me, you know, that woman at the end, Kenny's soldier, she said, we are there to do Kenny's dream. It means that Kenny has a dream. Kenny has maybe his own ambition. And that's why I think that maybe Kenny can help us, even if it's not his purpose, because right there is like that to help the king. I'm not sure of that. I'm not sure that it's his dream, you know, his ambition to help the king. Maybe he has his own thing to do. Maybe to take the power, maybe to... I don't know, I can't know. But because of that, he's gonna be against the king, so it's gonna help us, but still he's gonna be against us. Like, he attacked Levi, he wanted to stop Levi. Is he working for the organization or only for himself? There is something with Kenny, like we really finished the last episode with seeing his face. For me, it really means that we have to expect something coming from him, which is gonna change the situation, like, which is gonna be a big reveal and stuff like that. So right now, during this episode, we're gonna have Levi's squad intervening to stop the ceremony, to have Eren and Historia back. They don't know that Historia, she's convinced, you know, by what her dad said. We don't know what he told her to convince her that much that he's the main ally to save humanity. What did he tell you, Historia? And is she gonna accept to follow Levi's squad, you know, after that? We don't know neither. And there is still so many questions, like we have Erwin who is coming also, but when are you gonna come? We don't know. And our guys, they're gonna come, you know, on the ground. We saw that Kenny's soldiers, they went in high place. I think that it's because of the fact that Historia and her dad, they're gonna transform into titans to eat Eren, so we're gonna have titans. But Kenny is on the ground. Does it mean that Kenny is gonna transform into a titan also? All of these questions, I have all of these questions in mind, and just know that it's only like 10% of all of the questions that I have about this anime. Really. Because I'm not even talking about the organization, about the people outside, about the guy who was on the Beast Titan. Is it Erwin's dad? Erwin, his mission, you know, to find the truth, is it gonna help or not to save humanity? Rainer and Bertolt, we don't have news, but I think that they are still there. Their mission, they are talking about it like they are the saviors of humanity. How can it be? A lot of questions. So I'm gonna begin this episode. If you want, you have a Patreon on which you already have 5 episodes of Advent. Yes, for now it's 5 episodes of Advent, but I think that at some point it's gonna be even more than that. But 5 episodes of Advent, it's already a lot. We've extended our 4 action parts. The last episode, it was a 4 action part. I put a lot of 4 action parts, in fact, for Attack on Titan, because clearly I react a lot during this episode and it's so full of informations, so that's why I'm putting a lot of 4 action part. And even the extended action part, you know, it's interesting because you know that right there on YouTube I'm forced to cut a lot into it, so the videos are not blocked by YouTube and by the owners of the anime. So still, the extended action part, you know, it's the scene without so many cuts into it, so it can be interesting for you. And it's the best way to support me. Right there on YouTube, it's like that. Patreon, it's really the best way, and that's why I created all of these advantages for you on it. Let's go for this episode and having my mind exploding again. Let's go. She's inside of Eren. You know the coordinate thing? No! He's gonna make you a stupid titan. How can you do that to your daughter? What did you play? They are so good, they send all of that. Yes, all of this smoke so you can't see them. Just count them. It's you and Mikasa, of course! And Sasha, of course, you're the one who can...
対人立体起動装置の弱点の一つは三段の車線とアンカーの射出装置が
Ah!
つまり
So cool to know that. No, I don't like the fact that you're killing people, but I like the fact that you are not being killed. Sasha. That's the best place for them. We know that they can be paralyzed during action moments. Yeah. She's good. That one, she's amazing. Uh-huh. He's coming.
よーリヴァイ
Ah.
本当はお目にかまってる暇なんざねえんだが仕方ねえ遊んでやるよ
I love his charisma, you know. I know he's against us and he's not nice. But his attitude. Ooh, that can be a good fight, the two of you.
教えてやったら敵を追う時は前ばかり見るなって
Wayo! No, no, no! Not gonna do that to you. Right! You should be proud. You taught him how to fight. Hange? Hange! Hange! No, no, no. No, 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 no. We know that you appreciate her a lot.
もう邪魔すんなよドジビ
At least it's giving us everyone a break. Ah.
急ごうヒストリア
Historia! How did he convince you that much? And whether he's lying to you?
彼は自分の運命を悟ったのだよあるべき場所へ帰るだろう
Titan.
ヒストリアお前の中へと
Do you want that, Historia?
この洞窟は今から約100年前
I knew it. It's like what Annie did.
あの三重の壁もその巨人の力だその巨人の力は人々の心にまで影響を与え記憶を改ざんし末裔も他の人類も100年前の世界の歴史を誰も覚えているただ一人フリーダ・レイスを除いてはこの世界の成り立ちとその経緯の全てを知っていたのだ
Only us? Not, you know, members of this organization.
彼女の叔父にあたる私の弟を食べた時からだ
That guy? Who is? But she did it to herself, willingly, like...
フリーダは始祖の巨人の力と
Okay, so that's why
継承した
you're not a coordinate and she did not eat you. But it really means that the memory power and the coordinate power, it's things different.
この世の巨人を駆逐することもできただろうな
I think that you're lying.
その力はエレンの
For me, the organization and you're part of it, they want the Titans not to continue their stuff.
彼がその器であり続ける限りこの地獄は続くのだ
That's what the government was talking about. So they know. No, you're lying. You're lying.
それじゃレイスケがエレンを食わなきゃ真の王にはなれねえのかよ
No, for your plan.
巨人になって
But
エレンを食っても意味ねえのかよ
that's your dream?
この継承の儀式の瞬間だけは嘘をつかねえはずだと思ったからこの日を待ったウーリを侮辱すればて
Uri?
めえの頭が半分減るぜ
やめろ父を離せ
Like you're defending him that much.
この親父はおめえを化け物に変えてエレンを食わせようとしてんだとや。
Please! It's obvious.
それが私の使命でしょ
You're gonna accept.
私はエレンを食って姉さんを取り返す
She's not gonna be back.
この世から巨人を駆逐するそれが私の使命よ
I don't think that it's a plan, Historia, to do that. Not really. Why Uri didn't do it before? Why Frida didn't do it, you know? Like she was not ready?
巨人になりたくねえから違うぞヒストリア私が巨人になるわけにはいかない
You said things which were right and others which were lies are not entire truth. You know, you're manipulating
ジェ
her.
ニーお前は自由だ他の生きがいを探して長生きしろ
Nope.
それじゃつまんねえんだよ巨人になればいいもう邪魔はしねえよ勝てば平和が訪れるエレンに負ければ状況は変わる
He's gonna transform Eren.
寿命が尽きるまで生きしてるってそれが生きていると言えるのかこの注射が強力な巨人になる
Kenny, you're helping us in a way. Thank you, but I'm not sure of your intentions. Historia.
なんで巨人化しないの
Yes.
私が巨人になれば食べられるんだよ
Eren.
いらなかったんだよ親父が5年前にここでこんなことをしなければお前の姉ちゃんが
But you don't know why he did that.
してくれるはずだったんだろうどれだけ人が死んあれみんなじいちゃんトーマスマルコリヴァイハンのみんな
You think that Frida could have saved them?
ハンネさあの訓練の日々壁の外への姫の
Eren.
俺はいらなかったんだ
Like you should have not lived.
俺を食って人類を救ってくれ
She wants to, but that's not what her dad wants. They would have done it before. No.
あの時は私のことを普通のやつだって言ってくれて嬉しかったよお前いいことしようとしてるだろ
どうしたヒストリア怖いか
どうしてレイスケは100年もの間巨人を駆逐して人類
That's my question! Thank you, Historia. You're connecting the dots.
世界を作った初代レイスの王が巨人に支配される世界を望んだからだなぜかはわからない世界の記憶を見た者にしか弟と共に人類を巨人から解放することを願い
Your brother didn't do it?
私は巨人の力を受け継いだ弟の目を見てその意味を理解した神だ我々はそれを神と呼ぶ祈っているよヒストリア神は人類を
You're mixing lies and truth.
お前の生き方に口出しする権利は私にはない
He has no right to tell you how to live.
私お前胸張って生きろよ
Historia, I'm proud of you. She's a soldier. I'm proud.
逃げるよ
You just want to die, Eren. Because of what he discovers, you just want to die.
巨人を駆逐するって誰がそんな面倒なことやるもんかむしろ人類なんて嫌いだつまり私は人類の敵
Oh, you don't think that.
最低最悪の超悪い子そんで全部ぶっ壊してやる
僕から
You're too big for the place. Historia, she said, I'm gonna destroy the place. No, your dad is gonna do it. He didn't plan to go that big. wait, I'm coming back to you. I need to process all of what happened. I cried because I was proud. Because I was sad, and then because I was proud. Proud of Historia. Really, her dad manipulated her so much, you know, like during the last episode, all of what she did because she believed that her dad was the biggest ally, you know, to save humanity. It means that they really had conversations that we didn't see, where he told her things to convince her that he was someone like that. And right now, all of what he told her, for me it was a mix between lies and truth. And I'm not even sure that the lies that he said, he knows that it's lies. Do you understand what I mean? Like, it was so mixed, it was so unlogical also sometimes. Like, Historia, I was glad that she asked the question, you know, that for me was the biggest question, to really confront her father and say to her father, I know that you're lying, I know that things that you are saying are not working. If you are telling me, you know, I'm Historia, if you're telling me that I have to become the next coordinate, I have to eat my friend like that, I have to do that because of that, I'm gonna be able to save humanity because I'm gonna be the coordinate, I'm gonna have the control on Titans and all. Why your brother before that, Uri, he didn't do it? Why his dad before that didn't do it? There is something right there. The coordinate, if it's a member of the Reiss family, it's not to save humanity, it's to control humanity, you know, it's continue the system which is in place. No. I'm glad, Historia, that you saw that. But other things that you said, you know, were right about the fact that maybe, you know, when you were a kid with your brother, you really tried to convince your dad to control the Titans, but when your brother became the coordinate, he didn't want to do it. Maybe Historia, by becoming the coordinate, she would have access to Frida's memories. Okay, because right there, Eren, he had access to Dr. Yeager's memories. So maybe you can have access to the coordinate before you. So maybe if Eren is searching, you know, into his memories, he can have the memories of the first coordinate and to understand how it happened, you know, to create the Titans, maybe all of that story, and to have, you know, what Reiss said, the reason why that city was built, all of these walls were built, the secret, you know, about how the world is outside, he said that it's a coordinate who has the secret. Maybe it's because of that Uri, you know, decided to not control the Titans. It's a secret that you can pass. But I think that some members of this organization, if it's not all of them, they know also what is outside. I mean, it's not that illogical to think that not only the coordinate knows the truth about how the world is outside and the truth about all of that situation, because all of the members, you know, of the government, they were talking about the vessel, the power, so they knew about the Reiss family, they knew about that Titan power. Some of them, you know, some of the nobles family, they are immune. I think that it's something into their blood. Like you said, that the first coordinate created all of these walls. For what reason, we don't know. And after that, it transformed the memories of people so they can't remember how the world is outside. And some people were immune like that, like, oh, we're immune, we have a blood that can immune us. No, I don't think so, because weirdly, the ones who are immune, it's the ones, you know, who are the noble families, who have high places and who are members of this organization. No, it didn't work like that, like that immune things. So I think that still some members of this organization, they know the truth. Like Dr. Yeager, for me, he knew the truth. And that's why he did that to your family and he did that to Eren after that. Eren, I was afraid of his reaction, you know, discovering that he ate his own father, discovering all of that. I was afraid that he would be sad, he would be mad. It's worse than that. He broke my heart really during this episode. It's the first time that I felt a real emotional connection with his character. Like before that, I already cried with Eren, like when Anaso was killed. During a lot of different situations like that, I was already sad with Eren. But right there already I felt an emotional connection with him because it was the first time that I saw him desperate, you know. Like before that I cried with him because it was a sad moment, because someone died, because I was sharing, you know, his tears, his sadness. But right there it's because I felt his sadness. I felt how much he was desperate. I felt how much he wanted to die. I think that there is two things, you know, behind the fact that he was okay to sacrifice himself to be killed because he wanted to be killed. He can't handle the truth, he can't handle the fact that his father did that and that after that he killed his own father. That's a truth I think that Eren for now can't handle, can't deal with. Like, it's awful to discover that your dad killed all of these kids. Like, he saw it and I think that he felt it inside of him. And after that, to discover what you did to your own father, it's awful. So I think that there is a part with that, like he wants to die because he can't handle the truth. And there is a part like he wants to die because all of that story that Reiss said can work, like if you're not really asking questions about it, like if you're not really thinking about it that much, maybe it can work. And it's easier for Eren to think that yes, Historia, the girl that he knows since a long time, like he knows that it's a nice girl, that she wants to do what is good and all, like it's easier for him to give her that responsibility of controlling the Titans, to believe into that story, like okay, you're gonna be the one to save humanity. I really think so. Eren, you broke my heart, like really. And after that, to see Historia fighting, like that was a fight with her father, in fact, him trying to convince her, to force her to do it. Kenny watching that was fun. Kenny's intentions, I'm lost with it. Because I still don't understand why he joined the military police. The fact that this girl, at the end of the last episode, she said Kenny's dream, I really thought that he had intentions behind that. Like, he had a dream, he had something. So right there, for him to intervene during the ceremony, to say that maybe he can become the next coordinate, I was like, oh, maybe in fact it was that. Since the beginning, he wanted to do that. But the fact that after that, you know, he was truly disappointed that Reiss lied to him that much, that is going, you know, to help Eren to become a Titan, there is something else behind that. Kenny, I think, is a really interesting character. For sure, because he has a certain charisma, you know, an attitude that I truly appreciate, even if he's doing bad stuff, like he's attacking Levi. No! And even more because I think that you're his uncle. I think that there is so many things behind this character that could be interesting to explore, to do with him. So I hope that we're gonna have more of really his character, of him on screen, of course, but of his character, what he's gonna do, what he's made of, like... I want to discover it. But yes, Historia, she managed to ask the right question to her father and he couldn't answer, and she understood that he was manipulating her. But again, I think that with all of what he said, things were right, things were wrong, and even the things which were wrong, I'm not even sure that he knew that it was wrong. Like, it was really a mix of all of that. But she took the right decision. And she's releasing Eren. What she said during that moment, like, I'm gonna be the humanity's worst nightmare. No, I don't think so. Like, right now you think so, right now you're so lost that you think so, but at the end, it's not you, Historia. But she's so lost, you know, about who she is, about what she has to do, like, during all of this time, she was acting like Krista because she wanted to be that girl and all. After that, she accepted that she's Historia, all of her story, she told that story, but she didn't know how to be anymore, what to be anymore. Right there she met her dad, and her dad offered her a story, a truth that she embraced, that she wanted to believe in, because she was lost and she didn't know who she was anymore. Right there, his dad was giving her something to be, someone to be, and someone who can save humanity, so she was ready to believe into it. So understanding that in fact her dad is lying to her, like Historia, she's desperate, she's lost, she doesn't want to be anymore. You understand what I mean? Like, in all of her life, she never was herself. And each time, like, she lied about who she was, she tried to be herself, but without really having things to be herself. Like, she was lost, she tried to be someone else, her father's daughter, you know, to have a family, like, she's lost, Historia. But I hope that she's gonna come back, and I have good hope that she's gonna come back, like she's gonna follow Levi's squad and she's gonna find herself and she's gonna be on the right side. I have good hope for that, because I truly believe that she has a good heart. No matter what, that's one thing which is defining her. We'll see. And at the end, your father, you know, is saying the names of people who were the coordinates before, people from his family, and he's transforming into a titan. He wants to eat Eren to be the new coordinate. It's really an act of despair, like you're desperate. You just want that power, that the Reiss family is gonna have this power. Boom! That episode was again insane. Even if, you know, half of it was about that fight and I was truly excited during it, and the second half of it was more about these discussions, and we didn't have, you know, big reveals, and we had a moment of action and a moment of discussion, but it was so great. I loved it. Okay, I'm gonna stop this review right now and I'm gonna watch more episodes today, maybe 3, maybe 4, I will see that. And I will see you in another video. Like always, remember that you have my Patreon, on which we have 5 episodes of advance. So it means that when you are watching this on my Patreon, they already have all of the episodes that I watched today that I don't know about for now, me, right now. And maybe more than that, maybe one more than that. Oh, I'm not good with counting like that, planning stuff and all. You've got what I meant, and we've extended our 4 action parts. For this episode, I don't know, maybe I'm gonna put the 4 action part. I will see that during the editing. Okay, so it's all for you for today, and it's all for me for now, so bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Reiss.